Now the question is, on a hot day, are cows like kids? What do you think? You guys want to play in the sprinklers? Not so much, huh? Well, what do you think? Maybe you like it, maybe not. Buddy's pretty sure he doesn't, huh? Patch is thinking it over, though. I'm out doing a little watering today along the driveway where we got a couple of new plants this spring that aren't all that deeply rooted, but I thought this was kind of fun. This is one of those apple trees I don't even count as one of our apple trees. I think Dad just kind of stuck it along here on the driveway, and nothing really grows very dynamite there. You can see that apple tree is probably a whole, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch in diameter, maybe an inch down at the base for the trunk. And it is got to be 10 years old. I mean, we've been out here, what, 6, 7 years now. So, but it does have some apples on it this year. Most of our other apple trees are struggling, much more stout than that. This one's struggling in a different way. Certainly I must be holding out on something here. It is the season where windfall apples are, they're just not ripe yet, so they're going over the fence. Once that starts, they get pretty vocal. Mooby dooby doo. Moo. Well, they're shy on camera, what can I say? Triple Crown blackberries. We get a little bit of crop this year. Not a ton, but enough to enjoy. But this is the first year of bearing, so wait till next year. This whole row ought to be doing real nice. Well, it's September 15th. Happy birthday, Dad. And do you like what we've done with the place? This is the family room, and so we've rearranged furniture a little bit differently. Got the gun cabinet here next to the back door, so maybe the turkeys and the squirrels can see it out there. So yeah, we have things arranged a little differently, trying them out this week, seeing what we think. And got all sorts of stuff stacked. Oh, and what do you think of our new island kitchen? Gets another work surface in here for canning and such. So we got some zucchini, and we got some apples. And then in the dining room and living room, we're going for one of those more open concept themes with the painted white floor. What do you think of that? More very open concept, right? And all we got left to get out of here is the table that we're going to do this morning. And then we'll have a really open concept. Get rid of this stuff, and it'll be open. Well, we decided to try the open concept with carpeting. And so here we are. Living room, dining room. We should probably bring in one more chair, maybe a table. And there is our apple saucer, the sauce queen, the saucy lady, getting ready to do a dozen. So far, the cow maters are winning this year's competition hands down, or hoofs down I should say, in the tomato competition. These are all cow maters here. A lot of little cherries. They're the the orange cherries. And I have 0 down there where I planted mine. Where the boys planted theirs, they got tomatoes coming here. Man, might even get some Romas out of the boys. If we have enough of a season left, got some green ones coming on there. So there we are, as of the 16th of September. Cows this many, Larry 0. They're not quite ripe yet, but they're getting close, getting edible. So here I thought it wasn't going to be that great of a year for grapes. And grape on. These are Concords, so they have a ways to go yet. About some of these are looking nice. Another few days. To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kenny. Happy birthday to you. Well, hello there. It's September 20th, and we're goofing off. And somebody's older today. Obviously, it's not this lady. Where is she? There she is. It's not this lady, who is the eternal fountain of youth. It's the old fart. That's pretty obvious. Anyway, we're here goofing off at the beach, having a nice time. What's that? It is a gorgeous day. Shirt sleeve weather, and just brought our chairs down. We're sitting right by the beach, which is right there. If we got a big sneaker wave, we'd be getting wet. We're doing a little impromptu riding lawnmower maintenance today. I was going to go mow the lawn because it actually needs baling at this point. It's pretty shaggy. Been a while since I've mowed, but when I went and started it up, and I knew it had been a while since I started it because I had 2 tires almost flat that I had to fill. Anyway, I started it up and I had dust and hay and everything kind of flying out from underneath the hood down here. So, suspecting what I suspected, I thought I better take off the cowling here. And so I've loosened that up. Ordinarily it looks like this, but let's pull it off and see what, aha, has happened underneath. So we've been moused. The Mouseketeers have been in here nesting. And so good thing I caught that and didn't run it till it got really hot, because it's of course an air-cooled motor, and of course just all that hay and stuff in there, fuzz, whatever, could also I suppose ignite. But let's clear it out and we'll put it back together. I guess I better stuff a little rag down here, since that's the air intake to the carburetor. Okay, I got most of it out by hand, but let's see if we can get the rest of this stuff out with a little bit of compressed air. All right, boys, I have a question. What is this? There doesn't look like a lot of fence in between here. It's been mushed down by somebody. See what we can do about that. Well, do you feel trashy? 'Cause I do. And we're off on a romantic dump date today. So this, with the exception of this little piece of carpet here, is the plywood from the deck up above. And you can see, because now it's a see-through deck, the plywood's all gone. I'll show you the progress on that a little later. And in the truck, well, hard to see right now because I got kitchen trash piled up right at the back here, but there's a roll of carpet padding, and the whole of the living room carpet and padding is in there. So hi ho, off to the dump we go. Well, now we got the truck and the trailer empty. 720 pounds we dropped off, 750 pounds we brought back home in the form of feed pellets. And that's 750 pounds that's going into you guys. Moo. How about keeping a little bit of it on the bones there, not spreading it all over the pasture? Well, today is September 27th, and we've been sampling in the vineyard for about a week, but today the harvest has officially begun. And aren't those the nicest, lushest, yummiest looking grapes? In the bucket they go. And I have all sorts of help, don't I? Or at least offers of help, right? Oh, you'd make a good harvest worker, huh? Yes indeed, I bet. Good morning. On the last day of September, we got kind of a neat fall fog going this morning, with showing some sunbeams through it, typical in the fall. I'm out this morning, gonna do a little bit of orchard trimming. I have a few dead branches to clear off this morning, and then do some garden checking. Well, we got about a dozen little cucumbers in there, heading for Terry's Pickle Factory, and a handful of green beans. Those poor green beans never really are covered from getting sheared off by, I think there's probably deer, the tops. And then a little bit of kind of what's left from the corn patch this year of this pathetic waist-high corn that very anemic, but these are not very big. These are mini ears, let's call them, kind of like those little things you get in the salad at the Chinese restaurant, I think. About, maybe a little bigger, but not much. Okay, so here we are, September 30th, and we got, this would be the first ripening tomato that I planted this year. Just really disappointing. And we went down and with both corn and tomatoes, went down to the local farm stand, and oh, you get two big honking baseball or bigger sized Roma tomatoes for $1. And I thought, well, these tomato plants were pushing $4 a piece. I put in, I don't know, 10 or a dozen of those. It's like, I don't know, for that amount of money I could get 75 or 80 or whatever tomatoes, and we can make an awful lot of salsa with 80 tomatoes. So I don't know how much I'll be trying to do this again next year. Well, there's one little job left back here at the back of the barn on the gutters we had done last spring. This downspout empties right here, and I want it to empty. I'm putting a drain in. Hard to tell, but this is downhill out into the pasture about 5 or 6 feet away from the barn. What do you think, Patch? Is that all right with you? You come over to help me? And you came to bring your flies to share with me. Oh, what a wonderful cow. I know, you don't have much, but you share what you have, right? Oh boy. Well, let's do a little update where we're at with the deck project here in early October. We had to take the plywood decking off because it was getting pretty shot, didn't wear up well, and go to the next plan. And right now we're so late in the season, we had thought about tearing up this 2x4 decking and putting down a composite, but we're kind of out of season here. So what we're going to do is just live with the 2x4 because it's good and solid. And we're in the process. This part's been primed, and today I'm putting a color coat on to match the color under the greenhouse there, or the greenhouse deck, over the greenhouse, under the deck the deck over there. So far we're liking this. So we're going to just live with this through at least through the winter. Maybe price some options and see if we want to just go ahead and live with this 2x4 deck and wear it out till the bitter end, or do something to replace it now. We'll see. Like I said, it's good and solid, so we'll see what we think at the end of the winter. Well, I'm just closing up here on the back corner of the barn from this downspout. Got it plumbed into a new drain pipe that doesn't go very far, just goes down to terminates inside that cinder block, hopefully protect it from erosion and animals. This is Sunday the 16th of October, half done with October, and we've been putting up firewood. Been doing a little bit of splitting, mostly over on that side, and a lot of moving. A wood pile, which was up here, and you know, when we first put that wood up there, it was before we excavated down here, so now we have a little bit of a big step up there, and so it's kind of tough to get up there with the wheelbarrow and work and take it out from under the tarp. So we're just going to move it down, get it ready for the winter, put it down under the shed. The shed's been waiting for wood. That's what it was made for. And so this is what 2.5 stacks look like. And I think we'll fit in 4 in here, just sticking out. Probably tarp the last one, hang a little tarp from the fascia there, and cover it up. This wood, believe it or not, for longtime fans of the Farm Report, before there was a Farm Report, will remember when we had the 3 big poplar trees taken down on the other side of the barn. We are still burning that wood. There was a lot of tree there, a lot of 3 trees. No offense, Patch, but you got a big butt. Oh, I'm sorry, no offense. You're not a lady, so I can say that, right? Just between us guys. You guys are getting real big. You're almost looking me eye to eye here. Moo. I know. What do we got? What do we got? What do you got to eat? What do you got? Can I eat that, camera? Moo. Okay, well, we're all tarped down and ready for winter firewood season here. Rain is supposed to start in a couple of days, so we just got there in a nick of time. And we got pretty darn full. So really, I think full is to here. So we have an extra row outside of that, or not a full row, but about 2/3. Both bins are full. Plus we have a little leftover supply we were working on last year. That might actually be a quarter or a third of a year there under that tarp. So we're ready this year. It's break time when I get to pull up a lawn chair. My favorite time of year in the vineyard. Underneath the arbor, and reach over and snag some of those. for break. Pretty time of the year. Leaves are just starting to turn yellow. Wow. That is the sunrise this morning here at the farm. Well, the boys have been trying to tell me something went wrong. Something was wrong. I kept giving them food, and it's like, no, that's not what's wrong. Finally, I looked at their automatic water bucket here, which I just filled with the hose, but somehow I think it's got cut off. And Patch just stuck his head in the pail, did away with 5 gallons like nothing, and he's ready for another 5. So I'm guessing they were thirsty. Yeah, take it out of there, pal. And here's the culprit. The hose comes in here along underneath the bottom rail, but the manure pack, I think, has pushed it up against this little brace here hard enough. This little brace here hard enough to squeeze it, pinch it off. So it was bone dry in there. So no wonder you guys were talking to me so much. Well, we'll get you your fill now. Sorry, boys. Let me fill that again. Patch doesn't care about getting hosed in the process. He just, let me stick my nose down there. I don't care about the shower. See if he puts away another 5 gallons. You go for it there, buddy. Well, normally I look at this water when I come out every day. Yeah. If I were you boys, I think I'd fire your farmer. Get a new rancher. This guy's definitely overpaid for the work he's giving you. Okay, now that stuff tastes a little better, huh? I think Patch put away almost, well, they put away almost 20 gallons apiece. I kept filling these, but he's not done yet. It's just going right down like a siphon. All right, we have found a problem in the feeder. Who is pooping in the feeder? There is to be no pooping in the feeder. You get that out. I don't want to get that out. You get that out. You get that out. I put your food in there with that. That'll teach you a lesson. Yuck. No pooping in the feeder. Well, here we are, the 21st of October, and there's a change in the weather. Leaves are coming down, and they're blowing in the breeze over here. We got a little cloud cover today, and it's a chill in the air. It feels like fall. Starting to get some nice color around the place. We're due to have rain for about a week. And so we are ready to go. The firewood's in. I tilled the garden in. I usually don't in the fall, but I'm declaring my experiment with deep mulch gardening over. Because I just think it's robbing some nutrients. It's probably nitrogen from the plants, and it's deteriorated. It's decomposed enough that it's not really blocking the weeds much now either, so which was sort of part of the point. So I'm going to go back to traditional till in the spring and deal with the weeds gardening. And I wanted to get the rest of those wood chips working on decomposing over the winter. All that's really left is we have a few grapes down in the vineyard to bring in over the next week or two, and a few apples, maybe one more batch of applesauce. But other than that, everything's pretty much done. Let's take a look at the critter cam up at the back of our property. The usual kind of traffic. Then on the 8th of September, look there barely see it in the dark, moving from left to right, a big cat. Then there'll be another one. Watch for the beady little eyes reflecting. There you go. It's moving along right behind it. Stopped. Now it's on the move, left to right. Not quite as big as the first one. Let's see it again. There goes the first one, left to right. Then off camera, and right behind it comes, here comes the second one. You can see the eyes. Now it stops, kind of behind that brightly lit tree. There's the eyes. Now it's moving again. Look at that big tail trailing out back. Then on the 12th of September, going the other way, from right to left, one cat. Here's that one again, right to left. Then on the 12th of September, same day, a little later in the morning, even later in the afternoon,
I said, yeah, I think you should call her. I'm like, well,
gabbing on her phone.
I mean, I don't think she should be a full script.
And then the next day,
They'll have their own little menu butternut.
and a couple weeks later, looks like somebody's going turkey hunting. And it looks like the turkey hunter got skunked. So, and later that day, a whole group of people. Check out the last guy in the line. He's like, looky down there yonder, some weird old cows and farmer type folks. All sorts of funny critters in the woods back in September. Well, that's it for this farm report. Take care, everybody.